Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to Lima, Ohio for week number 2 of the B-Main Bandits Racing League, featuring the cars and the stars of the Outlaw Micro Sprints and Midgets. Qualifying just wrapping up here at Lima, Ohio at the quick quarter mile. Final qualifying looks like this. Bruce Klingen, quick time tonight with 12:76. Got 20 cars taking time tonight, 18 shown here. We're going to move straight into heat race action. Rolling straight into heat race number 1. 20 cars checked in tonight. 7 cars in heat 1, and it looks like this. Starting on the pole is going to be Clayton Wise out of Arizona. To his outside out of Vernon, Illinois is going to be Josh Anders, the number 18 machine. Inside of row number 2, coming to you out of Winfield, Missouri, going to be the DCR, number 88 of Mason Coffee. To his outside, last week's pole sitter at Kern, Bruce Klingen out of Troy, Indiana, in the number 21, representing SSR Elite. Inside of row number 3, going to be the league owner, Andrew Thornton out of Granbury, Texas, the B-Main Bandits AMT Racing, 5150 Racing, and Jackson McLean Racing, number 31. To his outside, coming to you from Peterborough, England, the UK 56 of Kyle O'Donnell. And rounding out the field will be Goose, John Gutenkust, out of Harrison, Michigan. Rounding out your field. Green flags in the air, we're racing heat race number 1 for the evening. A little bit of beating and bang going on already. Whole field stays together through turns 3 and 4. Lap number 1 is going to go to Mason Coffee out front, the number 88 machine. Clayton Wise trying to hang with him, a little bit higher line. As the rest of the pack, 3 and even 4 wide behind him. O'Donnell all the way to the tires, gets past Thornton. Coffee and Wise both clip infield tractor tire, getting into turn number 3. Race on track right now is for third, 3 wide between Wise, Klingen, and O'Donnell. Wise trying to get the top side rolling. Klingen, real close quarters. Thought about the slider, thought better of it. Coming down, we're already halfway through heat race number 1. Mason Coffee out to a commanding lead. Klingen goes all the way to the top. O'Donnell's still skimming the top off the tires. Two laps to go for Mason Coffee. Wise in second, O'Donnell third, still trying to pound the tires into the ground. Klingen keeping the top side rolling. Trying to use the momentum. 3 wide for seconds. We come to the white flag one more time around. Coffee's got a comfortable lead down the back straightaway. A little bit of a connection hiccup from Wise. Coffee's going to win. 3 wide for second place. Give it to Bruce Klingen, Kyle O'Donnell in third. Wise fourth, Thornton fifth, and Gutenkust and Anders rounding out the field. Heat race number 2 coming at you next. Starting on the pole is going to be the 10 machine of Cody Parmley. To his outside, the 67 of Evan Dawson. Inside of row number 2. Out of Peterborough, England, going to be the number 57 of Dan Dixon. I do want to correct myself. It was Kyle O'Donnell in the last heat race. He is not from Peterborough. He's from Fife, Scotland. Outside of row number 2, going to be the 81, the Wonder Boy, Jackson McLean. Inside of row number 3, out of Joplin, Missouri, the number 69 of Austin Thornton. Brandon Garman to his outside of Jacksonville, Illinois, representing SSR Elite. And rounding out heat race number 2 is going to be the 5 of Thomas Rohde. Field coming to green. Parmley and Dawson lead them into turn number 3. Out of turn number 4, green flags in the air. Let's go for 8 more laps here at Limaland. Parmley off to a great jump, going right to the high side. McLean the only other one following the line. Dawson and Dixon trying to make it work a little lower on the racetrack. Parmley still holding strong on the high side, using the momentum. Dawson trying to catfish his way around the bottom. Parmley changes lines, goes to the bottom this time. Dan Dixon throwing haymakers at Dawson, trying to clear the second position. McLean waiting for somebody to make some sort of mistake so he can advance. Parmley keeping the speed up no matter what lane he chooses. Went to the top of 1 and 2, bottom of 3 and 4. Cuts across the top of the tractor tires that time. Now Dawson's up top, trying to follow Parmley around Dixon. Times around for Parmley, side by side for the second spot, and give it to Dawson that lap. White flags out one more time around for Parmley. Dixon holding to the bottom. Dawson trying to use the momentum on the high side into turn number 3, out of turn number 4. Parmley's going to take the checkered flag. Dawson crosses Dixon over. He's going to get P2. Dixon 3rd, McLean 4th, Thornton 5th, Garmin 6th, and Thomas Brody rounding out the field in heat race number 2. Here we go with the third and final heat race for the B-Main Bandits Midgets tonight. Starting on the pole is going to be the number 25 of Chevy Boyer. To his outside, out of Orondo, Washington, going to be the number 51 of Edmund Jones. Usually an asphalt racer, trying his hand on the dirt tonight. Inside of row number 2 is going to be the B-Main Bandits, AMT Racing Services, 5150 Racing, Jackson McLean Racing, number 50 of Joey Smith out of LaPorte, Texas. Is outside. Noah Bowman, got him as a 71B here in the league, number 24 on the tail tank tonight out of Springfield, Illinois. And rounding out the field in heat race number 3 is going to be the number 16 of Kevin Allen out of Springfield, Illinois. Boyer leads the field into green, fires a little bit early, catches Jones sleeping. Smith to the inside, he takes over P2 in turn number 1. 3 cars working the bottom, Jones the only car on the high side. Continues to lead, coming out of 4 on lap number 2. Smith trying to follow him and gain ground. Jones the only one working the momentum on the high side. As I say that, Boyer goes up top. Diamond cuts the corner. Going to try the diamond line once again. Allows Smith to reel him in until about midway through the straightaway. Jones and Bowman battling out for the third spot. Both cars catching Jones. Go for a ride with the 51 of Edmund Jones here around the Limaland Motorsports Park. See him using the momentum on the high side. A little bit of a diamond line. Making ground on Smith. We come to 3 laps to go. Noah Bowman right on the wall, a little over the cushion, not making any ground on Jones. Smith still trying to hold the bottom to catch Boyer. Bowman throws the big slider on Jones, doesn't quite clear it. White flags out one more time around for Chevy Boyer. Smith right to the tail tank off of turn number 2. Into turn number 3, out of turn number 4. Not going to get him. Chevy Boyer going to win heat race number 3. Smith 2nd, Jones 3rd, Bowman 4th, Kevin Allen rounding out the field. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, let's take a moment and let's go back and check out your Micro Sprint A-Main from earlier this afternoon. The Outlaw Micro Sprint A-Main would see 13 cars answer the call here at the Limaland Motorsports Park. Starting on the pole will be the 81 of Jackson McLean out of Paris, Tennessee. 31 of Andrew Thornton to his outside. Clayton Wise and Austin Thornton in row number 2. Row number 3, John Gutekunst out of Harrison, Michigan. His outside, Noah Bowman. Joey Smith and Eddie Jones. Dennis Holly and Josh Anders. Jordan Auten, Dusty Fincher, and rounding out the field will be Thomas Rohde. 13 cars going for 30 laps around the quick quarter mile here at Limaland Motorsports Park. Into 3 out of 4. Jackson gets a great jump, catches Thornton sleeping on the start. And turn number 1, whole gaggle of cars. Austin Thornton sideways, about cleans out half the field from mid-pack back. Give McLean lap number 1. Thornton working the low side, trying to diamond cut the corner just a little bit. Goose and Wise about get together. Bowman really hauling the mail on the high side, trying to find something nobody else has got. And we got one in the wall already. Coming to lap number 3. That's going to be Dusty Fincher in the 101. See how we ended up there. A handful of cars getting together, including Edmund Jones and Dusty Fincher. Wrong place, wrong time. Coming out of turn number 4, Jackson McLean's going to lead the field back down. Green flags in the air. McLean running through the middle in 1 and 2. Thornton keeping it as straight as possible. Tries to pass him up on the high side with momentum. Unable to do it. Take a short ride around the Limaland Motorsports Park with Jackson McLean. Very precise steering inputs and a little bit of throttle control is what it's going to take to be fast around here. Limaland, a pretty large track for these 600cc micro sprints, but it still doesn't take long at all to get around here, as McLean shows us. Clayton Wise and Noah Bowman trying to catch the back bumper of Andrew Thornton for the second spot. Coming off turn number 4, got 2 cars together. That's going to draw a yellow flag. Looks like Joey Smith and Austin Thornton involved. 2 cars fighting for the same piece of real estate. Smith goes around in the Houston Oilers machine. Rolling them back to green once again. McLean continues to lead. We're back on the loud pedal, heading down the front straightaway. A lot more cars going to the bottom this time by. Still got a couple of guys holding the high side and towards the back. Thornton tries a little bit of a diamond line, try to make up ground on McLean. Go on board with Noah Bowman this time. Watch him try to work his way through traffic right to the bumper of Wise out of turn number 2. Fires the car into turn 3. Keeps it to the bottom out of turn number 4. Not quite clear of Wise. Working on Thornton for second though. Really running right around those tires. Keeping it tight. Making his way by. Still side by side with Wise. Now wheel to wheel with Thornton out of turn number 2 in turn number 3. Yellow flag's out one more time. Car in trouble this time. Looks like it's going to be the 51 of Eddie Jones. Just gets real loose and gets collected by Josh Anders, I believe. Here we go with McLean and Thornton leading them back to green. Noah Bowman in the 3rd spot. Bowman working the high side, trying to clear Thornton. Thornton goes to the bottom, trying to battle with McLean. Clayton Wise, Austin Thornton got quite the battle going for the 5th spot behind the leaders. Bowman fires the slider, thinks better of it as McLean passes him by on the high side. 14 laps to go, and got quite the battle going between John Gutekunst and Andrew Thornton. Number 41 on the inside, 31 on the high side. Crosses him back over, down the front straightaway, wheel to wheel, coming to the start-finish line. This time Thornton to the inside, Goose on the high side. Thornton gets loose on exit. Goose carries the speed on the high side. Now Austin Thornton throwing his hat in the ring for the 3rd and 4th spot battle. Thornton and Goose staying wheel to wheel. 3 laps into this battle. Austin in the 69 trying to find a hole somewhere. Thornton loose on corner exit again. Give it to Goose this time by as we come down. 11 laps to go. Austin Thornton and Clayton Wise doing battle behind Goose and Andrew Thornton. Austin throws a short slider on Wise, blocks the momentum run. Now Wise to the inside. Austin Thornton goes to cross him over. Doesn't have the momentum, stays behind him into turn number 3. Got one going around on the high side, just misses the leaders. Yellow flag is out. Yellow flag's going to fly for B-Main Bandits rookie Jordan Auten. Hits the wall in the middle of the back straightaway, never does gather it back up. Gets into the wall in turn 3. Is way up above the fluff and loses all traction. Spins it to a stop. So here we go, getting down to the nitty-gritty. Noah Bowman now your leader. He fires, diamonds the field off. Out of turn number 4. Jackson McLean rolls around the bottom with him. Andrew Thornton running lower than anybody else on corner exit. McLean about gets into Bowman, but takes the lead back, coming to 5 to go. Bowman trying to answer right back off of turn number 2. Battle for third going on right now between Goose and Andrew Thornton. Thornton throws a short slider, blocks the momentum of Goose. Bowman hustling around the high side. He pulls even with McLean going into turn number 3. McLean a little loose. Give it to Bowman this time by 3 more laps to go. Jackson with the slider off of turn 2. Bowman going to answer back with one of his own. Side by side once again. 2 laps to go. And yellow flag flies once again. Going to set up a green-white checkered finish. Caution going to come out this time for the 69 of Austin Thornton. He gets into the wall of the back straightaway, synchronized with Josh Anders, collects Dennis Holly, Edmund Jones, and Thomas Rohde. There we go, coming down to it. Green, white, checkered finish. Noah Bowman fires, gets a good jump on McLean. McLean a little bit of a momentum advantage getting into the corner, but he pitches it way sideways, almost cleans Thornton out on the bottom side by side for the second spot. Goose and Wise also there. White flags out one more time around for Noah Bowman. Thornton on the bottom, gets tight in the middle of the corner. Goose pulls even with him. Wise tries to go to the inside. 3 wide for the third spot. Bowman's going to win. McLean second in a photo finish. Andrew Thornton grabs the third and final podium spot. Your winner with the Outlaw Micro Sprints tonight has yet to fail to end up on the podium. Noah Bowman out of Springfield, Illinois. Got him as a 71B in the league. Got 24 on it tonight. He is going to be your winner here at Limaland. Second place going to go to Jackson McLean out of Paris, Tennessee in the 81. And your third place finisher tonight, the league owner, Andrew Thornton out of Granbury, Texas, driving the number 31. We sure hope you enjoyed the action tonight from the Outlaw Micro Sprints here at Limaland Motorsports Park. Your winner, Noah Bowman, Jackson McLean in second, Andrew Thornton rounding out the podium, John Gutekunst and Clayton Wise rounding out the top 5. Joey Smith, Dennis Holly, Josh Anders, Austin Thornton, and Thomas Rohde round out the top 10. Eddie Jones Jr., Dusty Fincher, and Jordan Auten round out your 13-car field. And if you like that, sit back and get ready. Midget feature is next. Ladies and gentlemen, it is showtime here for the B-Main Bandits Midget Series. A main event coming at you. And here is your starting lineup. Starting shotgun on the field tonight. Going to be the number 5 machine of Thomas Rohde. Starting inside of row number 10. Coming to you out of Verdun, Illinois, representing the White Knuckle Setup Shop, WV Creative, and Wolf Speed Media is going to be the number 18 of Josh Anders. Scheduled to start outside of row number 9 tonight. Going to be the 72 of Craig Shearer out of Sydney, Australia. Have not seen him take to the grid in the heat race. Don't see him making the feature, so he may be scratched for the evening. Inside of row number 9, coming to you out of Jacksonville, Illinois, representing SSR Elite. It's going to be the 018 of Brandon Garman. Starting outside of row number 8, coming to you out of Harrison, Michigan, that is going to be John Goose Gutekunst. And to his inside, coming to you from Springfield, Illinois, going to be the number 16 of Kevin Allen. Starting outside of row number 7, probably the most dangerous row in all of motorsports. Coming to you out of Joplin, Missouri, the B-Main Bandits AMT Racing Services, number 69 of Austin Thornton. And to his inside, his older brother and the league owner. The number 31 out of Granbury, Texas is going to be Andrew Thornton. Starting outside of row number 6, out of Springfield, Illinois, representing the Indy Race Parts Esports, the man who has yet to fail to make a podium finish this season with the B-Main Bandits, that's going to be Noah Bowman. And to his inside, coming to you out of Paris, Tennessee, last season's 4-crown champion, current points leader with the Summer Series. That's going to be the Wonder Boy of Jackson McLean in the 81. Now, getting into your top 10 starters, making his debut with the B-Main Bandits Racing League tonight, coming to you out of Arizona, that's going to be the number 96 of Clayton Wise. Starting to his inside, coming to you from Orondo, Washington, the Edwards Setup Shop, AMT Racing Services, and Warlord Gaming, number 51, that's going to be Edmund Jones. Starting outside of row number 4 tonight, also making his debut with the B-Main Bandits Racing League, coming to you out of Winfield, Missouri, the DCR number 88 is Mason Coffey. And to his inside, starting 7th tonight, saw great speed out of him in the heat race. That's going to be the number 10 of Cody Parmley, representing Premier Setups. Starting in the 6th position tonight, outside of row number 3, another first-timer with the B-Main Bandits Racing League, representing the Matt Jules Say Speed Shop, the number 25 of Chevy Boyer. And getting into your top 5 starters tonight, no stranger to the B-Main Bandits Racing League or running up front with them. Out of Troy, Indiana is going to be the number 21 of Bruce Klingon, representing the SSR Elite Team. Outside of row number 2 tonight, rolling off from the 4th position, another newcomer to the league, the DCR number 67 of Evan Dawson. Starting inside of row number 2 tonight, coming to you out of LaPorte, Texas, the B-Main Bandits 5150 Racing, AMT Racing Services, Jackson McLean Racing, number 50 of Joey Smith. And your front row tonight, neither of which hails from this side of the pond. Starting outside of row number 1 tonight, coming to you from Fife, Scotland, that's going to be the number 56 of Kyle O'Donnell. And rounding out your field, starting on the pole tonight, coming to you out of Peterborough, England, that's going to be the 57 of Dan Dixon. Ladies and gentlemen, you got 20 cars on tap tonight, going for 30 laps around the Limaland Motorsports Park. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the 3-wide virtual thrill ride of the B-Main Bandits Midget League. O'Donnell and Dixon lead the field into turn number 3. Out of turn number 4, we're on a loud pedal, and we're racing here at Limaland. Dixon throws the big slider line off to an early lead. Whole gaggle of cars behind. 3 and 4 wide, almost 5 wide for the 5th spot out for turn number 4 on lap 1. Everybody slicing and dicing, trying to find their way to the front. Smith so far falling back to the 4th spot. Jones way up top out of turn number 4, trying to make some steam on the high side. So many battles going on track, it is hard to tell where to look. Everybody's 2 and 3 wide. Klingon and Boyer battling on the high side of the Speedway. Mason Coffey looking to make his way towards the front, also rolling around the high side, trying to get the momentum to clear Parmley. Our first yellow flag of the evening here at Limaland. John Gutenkunst and Clayton Wise get together, collects Josh Anders. All 3 cars appear to be in good mechanical shape. We'll get them re-racked, restacked, and we'll get them going once again here at Limaland. Now under caution, Realizing we've got a connection issue with Cody Parmley rolling around the inside of the racetrack. And there goes Parmley, one of the heavy hitters, dropping out under yellow with internet connection issues. Here we go, coming back to green. Dixon stands on a loud pedal, single filing out down the front straightaway. Everybody going right back to 2 and 3 wide all the way through the field. Kyle O'Donnell trying to make some headway. He's up on the high side this time. Wheel to wheel with Mason Coffey. Coffey throws a slide job. O'Donnell goes and crosses him over. Back down the front straightaway. Coffey holds P3 for the time being. O'Donnell gets a good run off the bottom. Clears Coffey this time into turn number 3. And since we have another yellow. Caution number 2 is also going to be charged to Goose here. Gets hold of the infield tractor tire. These little cars are not big fans of it. Spins it to a stop and draws the second yellow of the evening. As the caution lights go out on the truck. Down the back straightaway, Dixon's going to lead us back to the green. We're going to take a ride with Kyle O'Donnell here on the restart. All the way to the bottom for O'Donnell. On both corners, just barely missing those tires, trying to find the grip at the bottom of the speedway. Everybody else except him pretty much going top side. Dixon's up top, Diamond in the corner, gets a good straight line run down the straightaways. Dawson with trouble turns 1 and 2 there. He hits the tractor tire, puts it on the Nerf bar, only loses 2 spots in the process. Follow teammate Mason Coffey into turn number 1. Dawson and O'Donnell, a little bit of contact getting in turn number 3. Chevy Boyer right there looking to split the gap. Got a 3-way battle for the 3rd place spot. Boyer gets into O'Donnell, puts him in the fence, and that's going to draw another yellow. Here we go, coming back to green. Dixon, Coffey, Dawson, Klingon, McLean, your top 5. Dixon fires, everyone follows. We're back under green. Coffey and Dixon go high. Dawson goes to the low side. Teammates side by side for the 2nd spot. Coffey slams the door on Dawson going to turn number 3. This is exactly what Dixon wants to see, is all the battling behind him. Bruce Klingon in the 4th spot, running that middle line, keeping the momentum up a little shorter way around than riding the cushion. McLean and Bowman right behind Klingon on the high side. DCR teammates continue to battle on for 2nd, and we're going to have another yellow. David Garman coming to a halt in the middle of turns 3 and 4. We go back to green once again. Dixon continues to lead. Coffey, Dawson, Klingon, McLean still the top 5. We're going to go for a ride on the left front suspension of Jackson McLean's machine. See him changing up lines, a little bit of a diamond line there in the 1 and 2. 3 and 4 throws the big slider, trying to clear Klingon. Going back to the slider line, right to the back bumper of Dawson. Big battle going on within the top 5 here. We're about 3 wide for the race lead. Mason Coffey on the high side, Dan Dixon in the middle, Evan Dawson on the bottom. Dixon leads the field in turn number 3, throws the big slider. Mason Coffey goes to cross him back over. Drag race to start finish. Dixon keeps it this lap. 11 laps to go here in the A main event. Another big slide job from Dixon. Coffee crosses him over. He's going to clear him this time. Mason Coffee leads this lap. 10 to go. Bruce Klingon lying in wait, waiting for the leaders to make a mistake. Yellow flag out once again. Last yellow going to go to Kyle O'Donnell. Been flirting with those tires all night. Finally just catches enough of them and collects David Garman in the process. Caution lights are out on the truck. Mason Coffey, your new leader. Dan Dixon second. Evan Dawson third. Bruce Klingon fourth. Noah Bowman now rounding out the top five. We're back underway with 10 to go here in Limaland. Dawson all the way to the bottom. Tiptoeing around the tires. Dixon railing the high side. A lot of momentum off the corner, but the middle of the straightaway starting to slick off for these cars. So here on the bottom, you will get a run. Mason Coffey making the slider line work for him. Dixon tries to throw the short slider on both Klingon and Dawson. Unable to clear Dawson. Bowman up in the fence. He pulls even Jackson McLean for fifth behind. Six laps to go. Now it's 1-2 for DCR. Mason Coffey, Evan Dawson both out front. Dan Dixon in third, Klingon in fourth. Leader starting to single file out just a little bit. A little further back in the pack, Joey Smith, Jackson McLean, Andrew and Austin Thornton all battling for position as we have another yellow flag. Cause of our caution. Josh Anders throws a short slider on Goose. Goose having a rough night. He goes for a ride outside turn number 2. A little bit more contact going on back in the pack here after the yellow. We'll get him restacked. There we go, coming back to green. We'll have 4 laps to go at the line. Mason Coffey and Evan Dawson lead the field. Dan Dixon in third. Klingon fourth, Bowman fifth. Leaders all starting to single file out. Yellow flag is out once again. This is going to bring out our first attempt at a green-white checkered finish. This time, looks like Thomas Brody having issues. He gets into the wall on the back straightaway. Hops the right rear tire of Allen in turn number 3 and 4. It's like a pinball, wrong place at the wrong time, and gets bounced around everywhere. But he seems to be able to continue on, and that'll set us up for our first green and white checkered attempt. Here we are, all set for a green-white checkered finish. Mason Coffey and Evan Dawson, the DCR teammates, lead the field into turn 3 out of turn number 4. Everybody diamonds down the low line except Klingon. Green flag is out once again. Coming to the white flag, and no, says Barney the flagman. Yellow flag flies. With the B-Main Bandits rules on green-white checkered finishes, we only get one attempt at it. Otherwise, it is going to be a one-lap shootout to the finish. Let's see what brought out the yellow. Looks like this last caution flies for Josh Anders. Had a rough go over here the last couple of weeks between Kern and here. He puts it up on the fence and cartwheels his way out of turn number 2. Brings out what will be the final yellow flag, going back to a one-lap dash to the finish. So here we go. This is what it all comes down to. Mason Coffey, Evan Dawson, Dan Dixon, Bruce Klingon, Noah Bowman. One-lap dash to the finish. Coffey stays low this time, as does Dawson. Dixon, first car to go up high. Down the back straightaway, Coffee still got it into turn number 3 out of turn number 4. His debut at the B-Main Bandits, he's going to victory lane. Mason Coffee wins the A main event here tonight at Limaland. His teammate Evan Dawson, also in his debut at the B-Main Bandits, goes P2 on the night. And Dan Dixon, after starting on the pole, holds on for a third place finish for the driver out of the UK. Well, folks, that is going to do it for us here tonight at the Limaland Motorsports Park. A few more cautions involved than we would like to see. But here is your final running order. Mason Coffee, the number 88, going to be your winner. Evan Dawson, Dan Dixon, Bruce Klingon, and Noah Bowman round out your top 5. A whole gaggle of admins in the league. Jackson McLean, Joey Smith, and the Thornton boys go 6 through 9. Chevy Boyer rounding out the top 10. Brandon Garman, Thomas Rohde, Clayton Wise, Kevin Allen, and Kyle O'Donnell rounding out the top 15. Josh Anders, John Gutekunst, Edmund Jones, Cody Parmley, and Craig Sheeran rounding out your field of 20 cars tonight with the B-Main Bandits Racing League. We sure hope you enjoyed tonight's action, and we sure hope you join us next week as the series goes to the Peach State of Georgia, to the Lanier National Speedway. The symmetrical 3/8 mile oval will be a rather large track for the Outlaw micro sprints, but if past seasons are anything to go by, it'll be some of the best racing we'll have all season with the B-Main Bandits Midget Series. Once again, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next week.